I do not like having dreams, even good dreams, which don't happen too often. Normally they're just really weird. But why don't I like them? Dreaming to me is weird because you really can't tell the difference unless you're lucid dreaming, which I've never done. I don't want to try that, it's scary to me. But it feels like reality. Obviously, things are a little different, but most of the time you can't tell that you're not in the real world, that you're having a dream. Even if things aren't right and things seem weird, you think you're just in real life while you're in the dream. And it's the fact that you can actually see things and hear things and look at things and feel things, but you're not there. You're just laying in your bed. But it's like you're in this whole different world. Maybe it's not the case for everyone, but for me, it feels so real. It feels like I'm actually there. Like no matter what's happening, I could be in the most unlikely scenario in my dream, and I still can't tell that I'm dreaming. I think I'm in real life. And that really just freaks me out. Like, in a way, you're somewhere that you're not. Like, you're not in the real world, but you're still present somewhere else. If I could choose to never dream again, even have good dreams, I would absolutely choose not to. I do know of a surefire way not to have dreams. I'm sure you might as well. It's by smoking weed. But I don't like that. I don't do that. So that's kind of not an option for me. The weirdest part about the dreams I have is that I have one kind of recurring dream, but it only happens when I wake up in the morning and I fall back asleep. It's very random. I don't know why it happens, but basically, if I wake up, normally I wake up really early in the morning, but sometimes I'll wake up at like 2, 3 p.m. I mean 2 or 3 a.m. That would be terrible if I woke up at 3 p.m. But I'll wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and, I'll go back to sleep because I still have another 2 or 3 hours to sleep. And every time I fall back asleep after waking up, I always have a dream that I can't keep my balance, that I'm falling over. And it feels so real. Like, I'll be in a different location every time, but I just keep falling over. I can't stand up. I feel dizzy. That happens every time I fall back asleep after waking up. It actually happened to me a week ago. I was sick as well, so you know that when you're sick, your dreams are even crazier. That's like a pretty well-known thing. I think they call them fever dreams. But I actually was awake and I went to sleep. Like, I just fell asleep at like 10 o'clock in the morning, which I would never do, but I was sick. I was not feeling well at all. And I had this dream. It started off that I was at home, like going through my fridge. I was talking to someone, I forget who. But next thing I know, in the dream, I'm waking up in a car with this guy that I see in my gym. This guy that I don't talk to much. I'll just say what's up to him. But I was in the car, and we were like by the beach. And it was like really weird. And we get to the beach, and then we go in this building where there's like a bunch of chairs set out. Like, it looks like someone's giving a speech or a presentation. And I remember going up from my chair to move to another chair, and that's when it started. I couldn't stand up. I kept falling over. Like, normally what happens is in my dream, I'll stand up, and then I'll kind of like not be able to control myself, and I'll be like stepping to the side, falling over. But then I'm kind of just lying on the floor. And then in the dream, the next thing I know, I'm at like a house now with someone else who, I don't know who it was, but the guy from the gym's there too. And here's the part that's kind of scary to me. In this dream, I remember getting up from the couch and falling over once again. I couldn't get up. I kept like falling into things. And I remember saying, I'm sorry guys, this just happens to me kind of often. It doesn't happen to me often, not in the real world, but it does in my dreams. Is that like... By saying that it happens often, I'm implying that it happens to me often. It's almost like the version of me in my dreams is like its own person. Because if I were to talk about that concept in real life, if I did like fall over and stuff, I would say, oh yeah, I don't fall over and lose my balance. That only happens in my dreams. But in the dream, I said, yeah, this happens to me often. You see what I'm getting at here? Like, that's kind of freaking me out. And then after falling over in the dream, I said, yeah, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought someone put something in my drink. Which, it's the fact that like, in that dream, I'm so conscious of, like, that's something I do whenever I have a certain type of dream. Man, I cannot even explain, like, how much I don't like it. And I remember pretty shortly after that, I just woke up, and it was a weird wake up. Like, I mean, I was sick, which definitely plays a part in all of this. But I just woke up completely still. My eyes just popped open. And I was like in a sweat. Not a good experience. Some of my other dreams that I can't really think of any specific ones right now because I try to forget them. I try not to think about them. But some of them are kind of disturbing, and I feel like they can kind of affect my day, like depending on what I dream about. Like if I have a really weird dream or something like sad or bad happens in a dream, I feel like it's kind of on my mind for the day. Like it almost sets the tone for my day. I feel like in general, I'm pretty good at feeling what others feel. Like I can understand the emotions of other people. And it's almost like that. Like I feel like it applies to the dream. Like maybe when I see something messed up in the dream or something bad happens to someone, I kind of feel that, and like I have that feeling that it was real, and everything actually happened. I mean, that's the best way I can say it. I don't know. I might just sound stupid and not be making any sense, but it makes sense to me. And to the fellas, I know we've all had a dream that you're with a girl that you want to be with, and then you wake up and it's pretty sad. Those kind of suck too. Let's be honest. You kind of want those dreams to be real, but yeah, that has never really happened to me too often, but I've definitely had it happen a few times. I feel like no matter what my dream is, though, whenever I wake up, it's always such a relief, because most of the time, they're not pleasant, and, let's say something bad happened to me in the dream. Like, I think I've had dreams that I've got, like, face tattoos, or I went homeless, stuff like that, like, random things that just aren't good, and when I wake up, it's like, oh, thank God, that's not real. Like, it almost makes me thankful in a way. But overall, if I had the choice, I would choose to never dream again. But yeah, that is my thoughts about dreaming. I don't know what made me want to make this video. It's a super random topic, but that's what I think. I would love to know what you think. Let me know down below. Leave a comment. I would love to talk to you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you next time.